What's good, y'all? It's Recluse Sports. It's been a long time. I've been contemplating starting this channel for a very long time. I was going to do it when 7-Eleven came to Brooklyn. The 7-Eleven era is officially done, though. And I felt like it's no other better time than these past two games because we've had a rising star in Brooklyn. And you got to be hyped. You just have to be hyped. It's been a rough era, with everything, KYRIE, vaccination stuff and all that. James Harden requesting a trade, then getting Ben Simmons, who he's been awful, man. I've been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's had the back surgery. That's pretty rough to get back from, but he gave us those 4 or 5 games where he was averaging like 15 or 16 and he had a few 20-point games, and since then it hasn't been the same. But since Kyrie's trade, we've had our rising star in Cam motherfucking Thomas, bro. He has been balling. He dropped let's see, I got it right here. I had to write it down because it's just crazy. He against the Wizards, man. This is when it started. That's when everything was going on with Kyrie. He dropped 44, 5 and 5 on almost 70% shooting from the field. That's just a bucket, bro. He's a bucket. And then last night against the Clippers, which is really why I wanted to make this video, he had 47, 4 and 3. Shooting 7-11 from 3, which is fitting. Everybody on that Twitter was talking about it. It is extremely fitting. He was unstoppable. They had Kawhi and Paul George trying to guard him, and that was just a sight to see because, bruh, those are top. Like everybody talk, they're the top two-way guards in the league, and they were charged with trying to stop Cam Thomas, and they couldn't, bro. They really couldn't. And I'm pushing that narrative because he is a motherfucking bucket, bro. And then along with Cam, we've had Edmund Sumner step up as well. But he always gets minutes, but this time he's been getting more, and he's taking the chance and taking the opportunity. And on the Wizards on Saturday, he shot 9 from 19 from the field, which is solid. He got his career high 29 points. It was just great. And then last night against the Clippers, where he got the alley oop from Cam, Barclays erupted. I could hear it through the TV. I wish I was there genuinely because that was just amazing. He had 23 points. It's pretty solid. He shot 9 for 17, a little more efficient. And he talked about it in the post game conference where he's like, we've had to stay ready, and me being sad about not getting minutes is not gonna help nobody. And we could see him and Cam have taken the opportunity and are making the most of it, and you gotta love it. And another person which Nets world loves, Claxton. I felt like the Wizards game, he was quiet until I look at the box score at the end, and I was like, oh, he had 15 and 13. Which wasn't quiet though was the free throws. Those you could see. Like I saw that. I was like, lethal shooter. He said he's been working with lethal shooter. The form looks great. He always gets those redo because people don't know to wait for the shot to go off. So you love to see it. 7 from 8. Last night against the Clippers, he shot 5 for 8, which is a little drop, but it takes time. And he's been putting in the work. He's made it clear and keeps telling everybody that's why I do before I start my workout, and that's how I end my workout. So he's putting in the work, and he's gonna get rewarded undoubtedly. And you ain't even have to talk about he's a defensive player of the year candidate. That's not even for discussion. The blocks are crazy. He beat Sean from the Nets. His record, he's had 12 games with 3 blocks back to back. He's been playing great. So the reason I wanted to make the video though is because I was upset, and that would be with Joe Harris because he sold like crazy last night. Undoubtedly, Cam made some mistakes, but he was getting tired. He played that whole quarter. But Joe Harris, I've been giving him time. He had his whole ankle reconstructed. Like they opened him up. I know it's graphic. They opened him up and reconstructed his bones and his ankle. So I've been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I still expect him to be a little sluggish. He wasn't nothing crazy on defense to begin with. But last night he sold, man. He went up for a shot. I don't know why he didn't take it, because he was open, and then he went to shoot it, and then boom, threw the ball at Claxton's face, who was running to get the board just in case. He was not ready. That, I was like, oh man, that hurt. But I didn't think it was the beginning of the end yet. You know, I was like, all right, we still got like three minutes left in the game. You know, that's a rough turnover, because we were going back and forth. You know, it was like a 2-point game. The last 7-8 minutes to 2 minutes in the game, it kept going back and forth, and then those turnovers hit, and it was rough. That was the beginning of the end. Like I said, I thought I was trying to hold on for hope, but it was the beginning of the end. Then he kept fouling shooters. So it was like 45 seconds left. You know, we were down by 5. Crazier things have happened. It's still doable. And then he fouled them, and he got an and one. So Joe Harris sold. It was a great night. Like, it was so many highlights, from the alleys to Claxton going down, dribbling up, and just getting that tech that was unnecessary, because I guess the ref wanted him to fall flat on his back. He had to hang on the rim for night. It was literally like 1 second, bro. That was an unnecessary tech, but nonetheless, Joe Harris sold, and it was rough. Like, the minutes without Clax and Cam were rough, so we still have some work to do. I just wanted to give credit to the guys, because they've been holding it down for us, and Jack Vaughn has been a godsend for the Nets. You know, that the last years were rough, but he's turned it around. And yeah, we don't have a winning record without KD, but we have not been getting rolled over, minus that Boston game, which was probably one of the worst games I've watched in recent memory, in regards to the Nets, at least. It was rough, because at that time, you know, Kyrie wasn't gonna leave. James Harden, we knew he was gonna leave. So that Sacramento game, it was rough, but we knew the writing was on the wall. So it felt like this was Kyrie's version of that, unfortunately. And Kyrie's my favorite player of all time, so I kind of hate that he's gone. But, you know, it's still a Nets world out here, you know. So I'm waiting to see what Sean Marks does. I know a lot of people are saying Cam and Clax are off the board, and I'm gonna make a video about that, because I just wanted to appreciate them. They have been holding it down for us in this rough time right now. So hopefully they continue. I don't know if Cam is gonna go for another 40-point game tonight, and if he does, I want to see what's the record for the most 40-point games back to back. I would love to see him next to that LeBron stat again. That was funny. But it was great, man. He's our rising star, and you just love to see it. And that's it, man. I just had to give him some love, and hopefully y'all subscribe to the channel, because like I said, I'm gonna keep making some more content. Definitely gonna talk about trades, because we have 2 more days until the trade deadline, and that's gonna be interesting to say the least. So once again, thanks y'all for watching, and I will be back undoubtedly. So much love. Thank you. Clue Sports out.